Running is such a versatile sport. You can do it pretty much anywhere and any time, but how much of it should you do? Well, today I'm here in Girona, so I thought I'd better get the help of GCN Espanyol's presenter, Maya. Maya, thanks for joining us. Now, don't be fooled by the fact that Maya might be labelled a cyclist, because she's actually got many years of racing as a pro triathlete.
Thank you, Heather. Yes, I've spent an amount of time cycling, swimming, and of course running. And I know that either if you're new to running or you want to increase the mileage of your run, it's really tricky to find the perfect point to do that.
Yeah, so today we're going to be giving you a guide of how many times a week you should run. It's not as simple as run more, run faster. If you're not careful, you'll end up getting injured. You might find that your performance plateaus, and that's only if you've not already got bored and thrown your running shoes away.
Yeah, running is great for your fitness, as for your mental health. It gives you a chance to disconnect and just to enjoy, but you have to really be careful and not stress it out. We're gonna give you a guide, but you really have to fit it in your lifestyle.
If you're new to running and you're just starting out, then it's really important to build things up gradually so that your body has time to adapt to this new stimulus. So if you're a brand new runner, then just doing 2 a week is enough. If you are doing run walks, you could consider upping that to 3 times a week. But it's important to make sure that you've got at least a day after each run so your body has time to recover and adapt. And as you start to increase this, just make sure that you always listen to your body.
Yeah, and if you've been running for a while, and you're used to it and you're used to improve your fitness or only to maintain it, from 3 runs to 4 runs a week is just a target.
If you're currently doing 3 runs a week, but you feel that you've got the time and the energy to fit in an extra one, then it's worth considering shortening one of those current runs and you've got the energy to add in a 4th.
Yeah, and try to make your runs at least 20-minute long. But by adding 1 extra run a week, even if it's short, it's gonna be beneficial for your fitness.
If you're running to compete, then a great starting point is actually day on, day off, so your body always has a full day in which to recover. Now, admittedly, most of us function around a 7-day week, so that's an odd number. And yes, you could carry on with that alternate day running, but realistically, we have more time on the weekend, so it makes sense to have your longer run the same time each week.
Yeah, and if you're gonna start racing, you need more structure in your plan, but that doesn't mean more running. You can improve your performance by running 4 times a week, but you have to do it smart, cross-train and strength train.
With that in mind, here is a guide to a week's structure. Sunday, put your longer run, have a rest day on Monday. Tuesday, do a run and some conditioning work. Use Wednesday as a recovery day. Thursday, run and conditioning work. Friday as recovery, and then Saturday, a run and optional conditioning work. If you want to up your running to 5 times a week, then you consider taking the Wednesday's recovery session and swapping that and making it an easy run. But make sure you keep the intensity nice and low. And if you're on the other end of the spectrum and you're finding 4 too many, you can reduce it to 3 by swapping Saturday's run for a cross-training session.
Whatever the intensity, the speed, the distance, this is a solid structure to build from because it allows your body to perform really well in each session by allowing it to rest and recover in between.
Yeah, rest and recovery really need to be respected, but I want to point out that there's a significant difference between the two. Now, I've included Monday as a rest day, and that really needs to be. So it means not only no running, but no training or exercise at all. And yes, I know you probably still need to walk to work, and I'm not saying you want to stay in bed all day, but it's a chance for your mind and your body just to have that complete day off. And this is really important to make sure that you stay healthy and you reduce any chance of illness and overtraining. And after all, it's a good idea to just go and enjoy that Monday because you're going to be working hard the rest of the week.
Recovering, it's similar. It's giving your body a break from running to allow it to adapt from the training load from the days before. But it is different because we're doing movements and we're promoting circulation for healing our body.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can mix things up on these days, but you do need to stay away from running as it isn't training and therefore it's not designed to improve your cardiovascular fitness. It's purely there to help your body get ready for your next run.
Yeah, for example, you can go for a walk, go into town in the bicycle, take a yoga class, or even float in the local pool.
Oh, nice. Well, it doesn't matter how many times you're planning on running per week, but if you are going to increase that, make sure you do so gradually. And it's worth noting that the more running you do and at the higher intensity, it's naturally going to put more stress to your body. So recovery becomes even more important, as does that complementary conditioning work. As you've probably realised by now, there is no black and white rule as to how many times you should run a week. Only you can consider all of the factors in your life along with your own running goals. So yes, follow our guide, but ultimately you have to listen to your body. Well, anyway, thanks Maya for joining us and for your time today.
Thanks Heather for having me, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. So remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe on the glove. And if you want to see a video of how to run stronger off the bike, just click down here.
And if you're having pain when running and you want to know when to stop and when to push through, you can find a video on that just down here.